We are back. Once again, we are live with the Modern Mystery School UK EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today I am joined by the lovely Lisa. Lisa, how are you today?
I'm really well, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming on because, I really would like to hear what your experience of sacred geometry was, because you have attended Empower Thyself and Healers Academy, so you're a life activation practitioner.
Yeah.
And so you've done sacred geometry, but you did sacred geometry before Healers Academy. So can you cast your mind back and tell us a little bit about why did you go to sacred geometry, number one, and then what was it like?
Okay. I don't really know why I went. I just knew that I wanted to go. And it does feel like 900 years ago, because it's not even been a year since I had my life activation. So a lot has happened in that time. And it has been like a magical unfolding. But with sacred geometry, and as with all the classes, I have no preconception of what to expect, because one thing that I have learned about the Modern Mystery School, it's never what you think it's going to be. So I went to sacred geometry, and I previously kind of dabbled a little bit and read a little bit about sacred geometry, but it was so much more than learning about like shapes on a page or things that you might have seen in other videos on YouTube or in documentaries. It's about bringing those things to life and incorporating them into your energy and into your life and making it real. And it kind of feels like these things are then a part of you, and they add to your power, and you are part of their power as well. So it's kind of embroidering you into the fabric of everything.
I love that explanation. I love that. And can you tell us, because I know some people want to do these things, but they might be a little bit nervous to go. And I mean, you didn't know anybody, did you?
No, not at all.
Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because I know lots of people are sitting at home and thinking, oh, I'd really like to see that, but I don't know, I don't have anybody to go with, or I don't, all these things that come up.
I would just say do it, because I didn't know anybody. And prior to my life activation, I was a very anxious, nervous person, as you know, because I text you like a million times on my way. I needed to know all the details. But since then, I've just really learned to go with the flow. And I think if you feel a part of you is called to do something, I think you should follow that, because there's something in it for you. And it might not be the whole class is for you, but you might just take away, a little ingredient of this and a little ingredient of that. And then later on, you incorporate more into your life. There's so many layers in the class, and it kind of comes in waves afterwards. So you remember certain things when it's important for you to remember them. And it's every single opportunity to go, I would just go. Honestly, it's made such a difference to my life.
That is when I love that. And you are a practitioner. So have those sacred geometry tools aided your business in any way? And the way that
yeah. So like I said, it adds layers to your life. It does really incorporate the magic, and you see the magic in the details, and you appreciate the small things. But also from a healing perspective, and because I'm a complementary therapist, my clients have noticed the difference. Their treatments are longer lasting. They're feeling when they come into the room, because I've used the tools from sacred geometry to set the space. It's made a difference to them as soon as they come and sit down. And I do some beauty treatments on the side, and even those clients experience that magic and have commented on the difference in those treatments. So it doesn't have to be like a grand healing that they're coming for, but it affects them regardless of what they're coming for. So as far as a business, it's just made my business magic.
I love that, because as well, I think people have that misconception that if you study in the mystery school, then it's like all mystery school. But you do many different complementary sessions and therapies, and you are very successful in your own right. And then you came and then you added this as another layer to aid in in what you're doing, and I love that.
I think, I mean, definitely the initial motivation was for me personally I'm a lifelong seeker of knowledge, but everything that I've kind of dipped into had something missing. But with the Modern Mystery School, you get the full picture, you get all of it. And it's given me direction, which has then leaked out into everything else that I do. I've got much more direction. I've got a clearer idea of what I want to achieve. And the knock-on effect of that is everybody that I come into contact with as a practitioner experiences that as well. So it's you can't just say you're going to do it for one area. It doesn't stay in that area. It permeates through everything that you do. So it's helped me connect with more people. I think more people have been drawn to call me or to make a booking. I've had lots of new clients since starting my path with Modern Mystery School, people that I have no connection with, because most people prior to that were word of mouth, go and see Lisa, she'll help you. Now it's, I had a new client yesterday that found me quite by accident, loved my website, and came and had their first treatment with me, and even said that was magical. I've not had a treatment that felt as much as that. And the feedback that I get, it makes me so happy, and I know that I'm doing the right thing, and I've stopped questioning whether I'm doing the right thing. That's the other thing that it's kind of brought together for me.
Yeah, I also felt that, and I recognized that when I started to work on myself, and it's a sign of a very good healer. I always think that somebody who's actually working on themselves, lifelong seeker, they're doing all they can to raise their vibration. You're so right. It just flows into everything that you do.
Absolutely everything. It's made my personal relationships stronger. It's made my appreciation and my gratitude so much stronger. And I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but yesterday, even just scraping the ice off of the car, I could feel the magic of this experience. It's like wow, I'm here and I'm living this physical life, and look at what I can do and what I can manipulate. It really brings joy to my heart. And because I have so much more joy, so much less self-doubt, so much less of all those negative things and that constant background negative chatter that I used to have. And I honestly think that incorporating the sacred geometry has helped me hold the space better, not just in my workspace, but in myself. I feel more ordered in myself. All my layers of energy are working together in a much more synergistic way. So I'm stronger as a person because of incorporating this into my life.
My goodness, if people aren't queuing at the door now to come to sacred geometry, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
If I need to get my pom-poms out, my cheerleader's outfit for the Modern Mystery School, I absolutely would, because, and I've said to everybody that has asked me the question, it has totally changed my life. And obviously sacred geometry is part of the next level after Empower Thyself. I didn't feel like I was pushed to do it. It was totally, if you want to do it, the opportunities are there. And it just all worked out. Like, it coincided with my diary. Everything fell into place for me to be able to do it. Getting on the train, and I feel like I come home when I come to the Modern Mystery School. It doesn't replace my actual home, but it is that feeling. And even if it's people that you've never met, you have this thing in common, and there is no other word for it other than magic.
Well, I agree. So we'll be on the cheerleader team together, I think.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. Thank you for sharing your time and your experience.
You're very welcome.
And we'd love you to come back on and talk about some of the other classes if you'd be willing.
Absolutely. I have a lot to say, although I never know what that's going to be until I'm in the moment, as you know. But I just want to say a huge thank you to you, Davina Kate, and to everybody at the Modern Mystery School for making such an amazing community of loving and supporting, totally without judgment and totally without condition. It's just a brilliant place to empower everything in your life.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for, shouting it from the rooftops so that we can help lots of other people as well, that like us, the magic seekers.
Absolutely. And everybody, I just want everybody to have that one experience, even if they just have life activation. Yeah. Every single person in the world should have it, because it changes so much and opens up so much more perception. It takes the blinkers off, and it just will help everybody else in the world if we can get those people to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on your camp for sure. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all again very soon.